Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Skyfactory 4, Episode 5, EthanCraft Episode 6. In the last episode, if you remember, we went and prepared ourselves for the Nether. We got ourselves the shurikens, yo-yo, Tinker's Armory armor, that was lead, and we went to the Nether and fought a lot of blazes and random stuff we found and collected all the things we would need for an ME system from the Nether. We also prepared all the new saplings for storage and deep storage them, adding them to the collection. I just wanted to spend a little bit talking about the comments from the last episode because they were in anticipation for this episode in particular. So here we had Robert saying, "Oh god, the Twilight Forest. Well, you know what time it is. Darkness, the stream, maze breaker, and use a bow." Well, it turns out that none of that would be the same as we would expect because the Twilight Forest is a little bit different in this pack. Tinker's armor looks like it has the same model as the 1.7.10 Thaumium Fortress armor. Wow, that's pretty interesting actually. Ace says, Ethan, I promised you on Patreon, but I recently lost my phone. I hope to get a new phone. We got, guess that Terraria found a godly weapon, yo-yos. Can I boost my sound? The best I can do for that is speaking into the mic instead of into the desk. Sit up properly, Ethan, yes. Please stream on YouTube. If I stream, it'll be on Twitch. I stream on Twitch right now, Path of Exile mostly. I might stream Minecraft if I see there's enough want for it. If they did not change it, you can get Ardite and Cobalt and another just like normal, and then you can uncraft it to do some shit with Cyclic. Alright, got it. And yeah, we can put water in the Nether, and my name is Ethan. That's all the comments. I just wanted to read through them. I do read all comments. I just wanted to acknowledge them in the video, though. Let's get into the video. So you may have noticed the title, the thumbnail, and now obviously the Twilight Forest after we have finally traveled to the Twilight Forest. So, planned myself to go to the Twilight Forest, expecting a normal Twilight Forest. Why would I expect anything to be normal in this pack? We already noticed with the Nether that the Nether wasn't normal. It had spiral pillars and all this weird stuff, no connected islands, and it was really a sky block. The same is to be said about the Twilight Forest, so it's just floating islands of boss rooms basically. So you're going to have the Hollow Hills, which is the thing I go into to try to find the ores, or rich density Hollow Hills. I assume that there will literally be floating pillars of nuclear craft stuff. That is not the case. I ended up, I died a lot. It was pretty rough, especially when I didn't actually remember that it was a Hollow Hill. I thought it was just going to be an island I could mine into and get some resources and stuff. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Comment in the comment section right now how many deaths you guys think I have. Pause the video, don't skip ahead. Just how many deaths do you think I have in the Twilight Forest? Make your guess. Guys, I feel like I'm getting old. I'm actually turning 25 on June 4th. If you guys don't think that's old, let me know in the comment section below. Fucking rant at me how you're so much older than me and how I'm just a young whippersnap, and yeah, but 25, and that is June 4th. If you guys are wondering what I'm going to be doing for my birthday, so normally in our family, we have a tradition where we go out to eat for each other's birthdays. For example, like Denny's, just random places like that. On all you can eat, Mandarin, we'd go to this place called like Town and Country before. It's closed now. We've been to like even McDonald's on our birthday. Don't ask, we kind of don't generally eat out that much, so then eating out in general is like a special occasion, okay? Don't judge me, that's just how it works. So for my birthday this year, we're going back to a place I went to 2 years ago, which was just a nice like Jamaican barbecue. Was really good food. It was very homey and like comforting, and the food was like very much like what your mom could cook you. It was a really nice place, so we're going back there. Hopefully it's just as good as it was the first. Do you guys normally do anything for your birthdays? And if so, let me know what you guys normally do. If you're alone on your birthday, hey, that's cool too. No judging. I will. You do whatever you like to do, you know? How many deaths are we up to now? Is that 3? Oh my god, Ethan, what's going on, dude? You don't, what are you doing? If this is a hardcore world, the world's gone, dude. Nah. We're cheesing. We're gonna find this goddamn ore in this place, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here and never come back. You already know it. Recently, I've been caring about my personal health a lot more, so I've been watching what I eat, trying to improve what I choose to eat instead of other things, just completely cutting some of the foods that I was eating out of my diet. So for like the biggest example, I've been trying to cut out high amounts of sodium because of the way I feel after I consume large amounts of sodium. So specifically frozen food, pre-made dinners, cold cuts. It's a lot of frozen stuff would be the general thing. Even some of the canned soups have like 50% of your daily amount of salt. It's like crazy stuff like that. As an example of how one day, so recently it was my parents' anniversary, and so we had Chinese food, and this Chinese place near us, I guess, just puts like a pound of salt in their food. It's basically, it felt as if you had, so I mentioned that 50% of your daily salt feels like a lot, right? Well, this felt like 4 times that amount. I'm not even joking. It tasted great, you know. I ate a ton. That was probably the mistake. Shouldn't have eaten so much. Should have watched what I ate. And man, did I feel like shit for the next couple days. Honestly, this video should have been out sooner. I'm super sorry. Just didn't feel like up to recording and gaming and even planning out this video. I kept thinking about it the whole time. I'm like, I just feel like shit. So I literally just had to sleep it off because there was nothing else I could do. Drink tons of water, didn't matter. It was not going anywhere. This salt was just so much built up. It was insane. So that's that. So instead, I've been eating eggs and peanut butter toast and tuna on bread with mayonnaise and just all this much better food. Like, it's a lot less salt. The result, feeling a hell of a lot better. My energy's better. I feel a lot less tired all the time. And when I do sleep, I'm getting better sleep that isn't like forced sleep because of feeling like shit from the salt. Yeah. So if you guys, if this helps you in any way to improve your diet, hey, pat on my back. You know, I hope this can influence anyone out there, possibly. Also been working out. Currently up to like 140 push-ups in my 5 sets. I do 5 sets of like varying amounts, like 27, 22, 25, stuff like that, up to 140-ish right now. And then my pull-ups, I'm up to 12 per set, so up to a total of 60 pull-ups. And I do more of the like hands, palms facing away from you. So it's way harder for my arms because it's including the forearms instead of just the bicep. So like a normal pull-up would be palms facing towards you, and then it's mostly your bicep. This is your upper back, your laterals, your arms. It's a lot more well-rounded of a pull-up, and it's not called a pull-up at that point anymore. I think it's like a chin-up. But anyways, I've been working out my upper body, needing to work my lower body. Either gonna get into biking more, and since it's getting really nice out in Canada, or I will start doing, and squats maybe. Maybe I shouldn't limit myself to one, because what if it's raining one day, then I'll do squats instead, you know? Yeah, trying to improve my physical shape. Feels good, man. Feel like it's time to talk a little bit about the past little clips that have passed through while I was discussing other stuff in the video. So just to go over what's happened in the past few clips that you've watched. Basically, after realizing that there were no nuclear craft ores in the pillars in the sky, I would have to start mining into the wall. I vein mine with the diamond pick to explore quite a bit of the underground, where I put cobblestone below me, so in case I vein mine the floor and then it's like a really shallow floor or something, I'm not gonna fall into the void. I'm gonna be standing on this cobblestone and I can scaffold my way back up with the staircase thing from the building gadget. So that was the idea there. While I was vein mining and stuff, I found all the ores I needed, found the lithium, found the boron, found all the nuclear craft stuff I needed, and enough of each one that I could make all the stuff I needed. So then I started processing it all and getting ready. This was finally the final prep of the Twilight Forest towards the ME system, because we only needed lumium and, or fuck, that's not the name. I just said it. Whatever. And the boron. Yes. The next steps after receiving all these resources from all the places I needed to go, including the Nether and the Twilight Forest, the next step for progression was actually making the alloys that I needed. So, to start, I needed the metallurgic infuser to make steel. The steel was specifically in use to make one of the patterns for one of the circuits for an enemy system. The 4 requirements were iron, a block of iron in the smeltery poured onto the circuit, the stone circuit thing to make a pattern. The next one was steel. The next one was ferroboron. And the next one was ferroboron plus alumite, whatever. So the ferroboron is just steel plus boron. Yeah. This is a little tip for anybody who didn't know. So I ended up using the enrichment chamber in the pack to double my output of the boron and the L ore because of how much effort I was going to get these from the Twilight Forest. I wanted to get the most out of the ore. Obviously, I could have got tripling and quadrupling with Mechanism, but that requires liquids and all this stuff I wasn't ready for. I just got into Mechanism, I just got into Tech, and so I wanted to start off light of just ore doubling without needing the smeltery. Feels good, man. And then we also ended up looking up the recipe finally and showed it in the video. The last thing I needed, the last alloy, is called Tough Alloy, and I was butchering it this whole video. The last one is Tough Alloy. So that was our last one we were trying to go towards. It's the hardest one of them all because it required the ferroboron for the recipe and an extra nuclear craft ore, which then corrupts my world. Yeah. Feels good, man. I just wanted to throw this in here, guys, in case anyone ever needs anyone to talk to. I'm not going to claim to be a psychiatrist or that I can respond correctly to help you with a situation, but if you ever feel like you need someone to turn to and need someone just to tell your problems to, you can always message me either privately through multiple means, Discord, Twitter, I think my DMs are open. You can message me on YouTube probably. All these places are avenues for you to talk to somebody. I will 100% read the messages. I don't know for sure if this will become like an overwhelming thing where I can't respond to them all. This is just an idea I had. So if you guys ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here for you. Even if I don't respond. If it helps in any way, that's the point of it. I thought about it, and I feel like if I had people when I'm in need to talk to, that's like the best thing ever. Even if they don't say anything to actually fix the situation, just expressing my feelings to someone else can help me deal with it. So if that is just like you, then hey, I'm here for you. Imagine having to make an entire machine called the Manufactory just to turn the coal into pulverized coal, to turn the pulverized coal into the specific coal that's only use, really, that I can currently see and need is the alloy furnace. It was pretty obnoxious because I had to make these alloy plates because, you know, nuclear craft. Oh, I gotta make all its unique items. Yeah, this mod, you know what it reminds me of? Icy 2. Oh god, no. All the minor crafting for no reason. Why, dude? Why does it have its own plating and its own thing? And oh my god, no, it's fine, it's fine. But we did have to do all this. It was parts of the progression, and it just seems like every time I set a goal, there's so many things I don't think about in between, where I'm just like, yeah, that's doable, and then I have like a lot more on my plate that I have to do, and we set up a lot of tech this episode. It was really good. Got into nuclear craft, feels good. If you guys have been missing my streams, I do still stream on Twitch. I just haven't been streaming Minecraft specifically, but if you guys are just interested in watching me stream, I do stream on Twitch. I've been streaming Path of Exile, like I mentioned, a lot, but more specifically, the season or event / Legion, or sorry, Synthesis League is ending when this video comes out, it'll be like within a couple hours. Actually, it'll already be over probably by the time this video comes out. So my characters get moved to Standard League. If you don't know what that means, it's basically the ongoing forever league compared to the 3-month league that I was playing in. And then the event that was only like a few weeks. So where do the plans go from here? Well, they do seasons, and so the next season is going to be starting in like 3 days after this or 4 days after this. And so on June 7th, it's like some weird NZT time because they're in New Zealand. So don't know the exact time, but sometime June 7th or June-ish, 7th-ish, is going to be a stream for Path of Exile. I'm going to be doing a character all the way from the start to late game mapping on stream, showing you guys the progress of how I take a character through the campaign and then into the late game within only like I'd say 7 to 14 hours, which for a new player, it's going to take them easily over 14 hours. So I guess if you guys are interested in getting into Path of Exile, it is a free game, then this is a good opportunity for you to get a huge amount of learning in a short amount of time if you guys are interested in that. You guys can play with me. We have a guild. We can map together. You can have up to 6 players in a party. If you guys are up to my level, then we can map together. And honestly, I'm going to be farming some low tier stuff for a really long time, making a lot of money. And so you guys will be able to play with me for quite a while before I reach the super late game and I invest all the money back into my gear and take over the game. Yes. We might also be playing some hardcore characters later, funded with the money I make from the first character. That's the overall goal. I want to become hardcore viable because I think softcore, being able to die 500 times in a league, is obnoxious. It should be 1 life, and I'm interested in trying it out around this lag and DCs and all the terrible mechanics in the game that are one-shots, like Ice Nova from chess and the Fireball from deaths on Harbingers and Beyond monsters, the bosses from Beyond being so obnoxious. We're going to try some stuff out. No idea how much fun I'm going to have, but I think it's going to be definitely a new take on the game because going from 500 deaths. So let me tell you about the game-breaking bug I found that corrupted my world and caused me to redo the final parts of this video. So you guys will find out that I am working towards the ME system, and then I created the alloy furnace from EthanCraft. When I tried to combine when I combined steel plus the boron, it made the ferroboron correctly, and it was perfectly fine. I started pouring it in the smeltery and making the next cast. I was like, oh, I'm almost done this episode. Awesome. My prep and all the planning, it's gonna work. And then when I combined the ferroboron plus a limb, whatever, it decides that it's going to not work. So I used the dust version of it, and my whole game crashed as soon as I put it in. So I googled, well, first I go through my crash report, find that I have a ticking error from the EthanCraft alloy furnace, and I'm like, oh no, what did I do? So then I look it up, and I find the known bug from like February, and that's always good to know, right? It's been known for a long, okay. So I realized that the post says it's when you put dust, the limonite dust or whatever, in the wrong spot. And then I go through the video, and I'm like, wait, did I put it in the wrong spot? No. So what it means by the wrong spot is in the recipe, it shows the ferroboron on the left and the L thing on the right. So I put the L thing on the right, just like it should be. And that apparently causes it to whatever. So basically what I found out from the post is that if you use the dust version, it'll corrupt your world. But if you use the ingot version, you're fine. So I ended up, after recovering my world and redoing all of the stuff more efficiently because I'd already done it the first time and already knew all the things I was going to need, doing it the second time was way faster, so it wasn't a big deal. But I learned a lot, and then I also I made sure to back up the world right before, so I left the world, joined back, and then I also made sure to use an ingot this time instead of the dust, and it didn't happen. So poggers, awesome. It was beautiful. To finish up the episode, I simply looked up one of the last requirements I would need to make all the stuff for an ME system, and that was silicon. I already had the silicon press, just needed to know how to get the silicon. So with a crusher, simply I could make myself the silicon out of sand. I could also have used, I believe it was the manufactory block that was from EthanCraft, but I decided to make the crusher because I like the mechanism machines a lot more. They're just much more of my wheelhouse. I also had found out, actually, just looking at this right now, that the item cables transfer at 64 a tick if you change the settings by right-clicking the cable. Just so you know, they're absolutely broken. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, and make sure to hit that bell to receive a little extra piece of notification. If you guys like the video and like the series, hit the like and join my Discord. Smash the like button.